Hi. Bet you weren't expecting to see us here.
What the? This isn't Final Fantasy!
Look, Final Fantasy has a
I was promised Valthyre's blood on my hands today!
Don't worry about it. Yeah, blame maintenance.
No!
Anyway, we were kidnapped.
Yeah, that's what happened last time. Oopsie daisy.
Oops, kidnapping. Oops, all kidnapping.
Oops.
Still, oops, all berries. This is a really good part to go. Hi, Vita. Hi.
So this is what Duke Cayenne looks like from up close.
He looks like a bitch.
It's hard to believe that I've ended up in the same room as the leader of the Noble Alliance. Although, I guess we did meet back in Legram before the war broke out.
That you did.
Rean Schwarzer. Truth be told, we don't want this war to drag on any more than you do.
Well, then maybe just stop doing the war.
Really?
We only acted as we did, due in part to our dearly departed Chancellor's behavior being far too unreasonable to justify turning a blind eye.
Oh, you mean telling nobles that they aren't the best in the world?
He garnered the trust of His Majesty, and in turn misused that trust. He flagrantly disregarded this nation's beloved culture and traditions, treating Erebonia as if it were his own personal property.
So like you do. That's what you're saying. You're saying only you can do that.
Surely you too notice this.
I mean, I don't like Osborn as much as the next guy, but you're not better.
Well...
Yeah.
I can't say I disagree. We did hear story after story during our field studies about how aggressive his policies were. About the way he didn't care how many enemies he made as a result, creating terrorist groups at the Imperial Liberation Front.
What's your deal, Crow?
But as I said, the cause of our nation's ills is now gone. Now, all that remains is to turn back the hands of time just a touch, and the good old days of the Empire will be upon us once more. The key to this
good old
bright
days
future
after the
lies
Hummel
in putting
incident.
aside our differences and joining hands.
Actually, I mean, the
Am I
Hummel
wrong?
incident is what led to Osborn gaining power.
I'm afraid that yes.
Yeah.
Because it was,
You
that's what
honestly
caused the
believe that
100-Day
people
War,
can
and the
so
100-Day
easily
War
put
was
aside
what
their
led to
differences
Osborn.
After all the Alliance has done? You occupied Heimdall and effectively took every one of its citizens hostage, imprisoned the Imperial family. And let's not forget how you're now in league with the enemy nation responsible for the destruction of Gorelia Fortress. After all that, the Imperial army would never bow their heads to the likes of you. Even...
My word! I'm afraid there's been a terrible misunderstanding. The Imperial family is simply under our loving protection. They certainly haven't been imprisoned.
Bullshit.
But that does bring me to exactly why I want you to help us.
You literally took Alphine and Elise hostage, you bitch.
does?
Yeah, you didn't need Elise.
The Azure Knight is already on our side. But if we had your Ashen Knight as well, that would mean we'd have two of the great knights of Erebonian legend to put into play.
Okay, what if I have Balmor put his foot up your ass?
Couple them with our Panzer Soldats.
What if I had Balmor put his...
Imperial armies armored
What if I had
with
Balmor put his foot up the ass of your
counter-force.
Panzer Soldats?
You may not find us winning the war ideal, but this union benefits everyone more than carrying on until our inevitable victory,
Inevitable. Buddy, I've been kicking your ass left, right, and sideways. And let's not forget that you're losing in both the Nord front. Hey, Remy! Thank you for
hi,
the
Remy.
raid! Welcome, Remy. Welcome, everyone. I'm the amazing Seven the Vampire. Here with me is my good friend and co-host, Keith.
Hello.
We play a variety of games here on stream. Originally, we're supposed to be playing Final Fantasy XIV tonight, but maintenance, so we're playing Trails of Cold Steel 2 instead.
Once
As I was
again,
saying,
I eluded Valtteri's head.
as I was saying before I got raided, buddy, you're losing to both you know, the 1st Armored Division and Zeit over in Nord. So I wouldn't say inevitable victory.
I don't think it's that simple.
Still gonna have to work for it. If,
I
you
beg to
know,
differ. The
it's
presence of
possible.
Soldot's units on a
Well, I guess
battlefield
it is
makes
possible,
a tremendous
though.
difference.
I mean,
What they may lack in firepower and armor,
you know what
there,
doesn't have maintenance?
make up
Final
for it with
Fantasy
ability
X.
and versatility.
Top tier game.
this is true.
But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
Final Fantasy
Well-
X is pretty great.
It has Orin.
We're
He
only
is
human.
pretty cool.
It has.
As such, we are as captivated as
It
we
has
are
Waka.
terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
You got an airship today. Nice. We were kidnapped and taken aboard an
We are
airship.
in an airship today.
Yeah.
Mass-produced soldats made with modern technology. It will be all the more true for the divine knights of legend you and Crow possess.
Can't argue with that logic.
We may or may not have killed someone important, but that's not the point. Nah, don't worry about it. They're fine.
Don't worry about it.
I will say it once more. Gileath Osborne is dead, and with his death, all that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return order to the Empire.
Then surrender.
Definitely deserved it, though.
Only then, everything be as it should. That
No.
includes both your pleasant academy life and the peaceful days of darling Elise and her friend the princess.
That sounds like a threat.
Are you trying to?
Whatever you ultimately decide, their safety is guaranteed. I would ask that you promise him this, if nothing else, Your Grace.
But I like how Duke Kayad's acting like he's in charge here, when if he was alone with Reen, bro wouldn't be able to do shit.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason, you know, Reen can't do shit is you have Rufus, Crow, and Vita in this room.
We
Yeah.
may stand on
Bro's
opposite
not
sides
in
of
charge in this
conflict, but I still
situation.
sit on Thor's board of directors. And in that capacity, I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting, perhaps even dying for. I look forward to hearing your answer.
Bro's not in charge here. Bro's just got an airship full of...
Weird
Weird.
to hear the voice acting in a Trails game.
Yeah, after, you know, after 5 games of it not being there. Please come with us, Master Reen. We'll escort you to the guest room. Food and refreshments will be provided for you there.
So used to YouTube just voicing everything. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, and Trails games only get more and more voice acting as they go on. Anyway, intermission. Aboard the Pantagruel. I can't wait till we get to Daybreak. Mostly because I just look forward to us getting to the Calvert arc.
Fair enough.
Good arc. Good characters. I love silly, I love my silly Divine Blade of Silver. And when I say silly, I mean very silly. She's a little too silly for her own good.
It's a boy.
Also love my my funny funny fire Dominion, who I know will probably be Keith's favorite Dominion when we meet her. Look,
All that's left to be done is
Y-
end
you-
this
you'll know why.
ridiculous
She-
war
she is
and return
very-
order to the Empire.
same with Final Fantasy. Only the first 9 games have no voice acting. The great minimal by technicality. The 10 onwards have voice, which is cool. Yeah.
Only then,
Mm-hmm.
Although
be as it should.
I'll be honest, I feel it took a
That
couple of
includes
games
both
for them
your
to get the hang of it. Because
pleasant academy life
while I love 10,
and
the
peaceful
the voice
days of
acting's a
darling
little
Elise
awkward in
and
10.
her friend the
Yeah, the direction's a
princess.
little weird at times.
It's not terrible,
I
but it's
suggest
just
you
like
consider
Yeah.
carefully the
it's like
choice before
you could tell it was it was definitely the early days of video game voice acting.
After all,
Mm-hmm.
every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting.
I do love it because it results in some
Perhaps even
awkward
dying for.
moments.
I look forward to hearing your answer.
Seems like I said, it's not bad. It's just
Hard to argue that this war began because the noble faction went too far.
it shows that, you know, it's one of those things where it's like you could tell,
are going to suffer. Am I really okay?
you know,
with
there
this?
were you could tell still a time when video game voice acting wasn't taken as seriously as it is now. Effectively, I think is what I'm trying to say.
If I joined them, I could reduce the number of victims, be friends with Crow again, free Elise and Princess Elfin.
Are you taking the lapping? No, I'm not particularly talking the lapping scene.
No, this isn't that simple.
Not talking the lapping scene. The lapping scene's fine, honestly, when you have the context. Like, out of context, yeah, it's like, what the fuck's going on? I'm just talking the general sense of how it's voiced.
Think, Rain.
It's hard to
think.
talk about without directly playing the game itself, which, I mean,
Yeah.
we'll get to when
Reunite
we're
with the others.
playing the game itself.
Elise and Princess Elfin are still in the Alliance's
Yeah, no,
custody.
I love the laughing scene. As
What's the best thing I can do?
the ending cutscene. Oh, God.
This isn't just about me. What do all of us want to do?
Keep racking your brain like that, and smoke will start coming out of your
Anyway,
ears.
time for some really sweet moments in this game.
What do you want?
Hey
Damn.
now, no need to give me that
Dang.
look. I figured I was gonna find you busy thinking everything over like your life depended on it. And what do you know?
1 second, my dog wants back in.
Alrighty.
I swear he does this on purpose.
How about you mind your own damn business?
Good fucking Lord Reed.
Don't you have better things to do with your time?
I mean,
Figured
reasonable
a
crash
glorious
out.
Azure Chevalier would be far too busy with the war to be hanging out around here.
It's tough being popular. If you joined us, I could get away with doing half the work I am now. So come on, stop freaking out about it so much and make a choice.
We love valid crash outs.
This isn't something I can just decide by flipping a coin, Crow. And besides, it'd probably be an easier choice if not for a certain someone. What's that in your hand, anyway?
Grub, of course. Kinda early, but I brought you your lunch. Mind if I join you?
Fair enough. Burger.
Hamburgers, fries, and onion rings, huh?
I'm seeing the onion ring. Oh, I see onion rings now. Never mind. I was like, I see them now.
I was expecting something more fancy like I had last night.
I'm wondering what that green drink is.
Oh, that kind of food more your thing? Okay then, give me a minute while I go ask the chef to whip something up.
No, this is fine.
Bro, stop for food based.
This burger looks delicious.
Based.
Like, I can reason that
All right,
Green's drink
dig
is
in.
probably like orange juice. But what the fuck is Crow's drink? Green Hawaiian Punch, of course.
This tastes
Mountain Dew,
kinda
of course.
different from a normal
You know
burger.
what? Probably.
Oh, it's got whitefish in it.
Oh, it's a fish burger.
Yeah, they're called
The
fish
green.
burgers. Pretty
Fish
good, right?
burger.
Yeah, the tartar sauce makes for an unusual.
No, I'm not the
extra
biggest fan
flavor,
of fish
too.
burgers myself.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just because I like seafood usually. It's just I don't know.
I like this way
Typically
more than
the
food I had
It's
last night, to be
typically just
honest.
that fish's texture doesn't really go well with burgers to me.
That's fair.
Well, glad to hear.
I think. I mean, personally, I just like fish and chips.
Guess it was worth
That's
putting my
fair.
cooking skills to the test after all.
Yeah,
Wait,
'cause, like I like
you
fish.
mean-
It's just I don't like fish burgers.
Was my first time
Mhm.
cooking in a while, too. Sharon could probably do better, though. But I wanted to give it a shot anyway. This stuff was like soul food back in Dry, where I grew up.
Ah.
To think, all the time we spent searching for the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front, and he was right
Church by
under
my
our
mom
noses.
has really good fried fish during Lent, but it's normal fried fish. Yeah, see, normal fried fish is fine. I love normal fried
Crow
fish.
Armbrust from the Jirai SEZ.
But it makes sense why now.
Yeah, Vita was using some weird thing of hers to let you see what
I mean,
was
we
going
heard that
on,
back
wasn't she?
during the final of Cold Steel 1, but
So I guess you saw what happened there.
now it
Yeah,
kind of makes
Jirai was that special economic zone in the northwest. You guys.
you can
went to
tell now
during our last
why
field study,
Crow
too.
would have a grudge against Osborne if he's from
Yeah.
Jirai.
We didn't run into anything like that in the Jirai Special Economic Zone. Though, I guess that makes sense seeing as it's under the direct control of the Imperial government
I'm
and
going to
not
get
a
some
noble.
sleep and unstrip my back. Take care.
I seem
That
to
is fair.
recall that it was annexed
Good night, Remy.
8 years ago. Is that right?
I don't know why this part's not voice acted.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, the Empire stitched it on nice and neat, without much opposition. Now it's prospering as a special economic zone on the coast. Seemed like a pretty lively place.
So you ended up going back to your old hometown then?
Yeah, by pure coincidence. It's changed a lot since I was last there, so it was kind of surreal being back again. But it was nostalgic in its own way, too.
It's been bugging me for a long time now. What could have made you want to join a group of terrorists like the Imperial Liberation Front? What was it that made you hate Chancellor Osborne that much? Enough to take his life? Oh, tell me, Crow, please. I want to know what it was that made you who you are now. What kind of place Jirai was, how you lived there, and what you were doing before you entered the academy and met Toa, Angelica, and George.
Where's the fun in prying into a guy's past? Save all that talk for your number one in class. Who's the lucky girl anyway? Elisa? Laura? Emma? Fee? And don't
It's
tell me
Fee.
it's Milliam, because, you know,
I'm serious, Crow. I really want
I
to
do
know.
like.
Don't tell me it's Milliam.
Think of telling
That's
me your
crazy.
past as paying off the interest you owe in that 50 Mira. Because until I know, until we know, we won't be able to move forward.
you're really serious.
Crow?
My past really isn't that big of a deal, you know. It's got nothing on yours, that's for sure. If you find yourself thinking that's all when I'm done, well, I warned you. So,
Never get
really
enough
wanna
of
know?
Crow.
Yeah. Nothing you say will change my mind. Please, tell me.
all right, you win.
By the way, I like to bring this up now. This is a bit reminiscent of SC in a way.
Mm-hmm.
When Estelle was taken aboard the Glorious, given an offer to join the main
offered to
villain,
join them
and
become an
then
enforcer.
yeah, and then now
Like I said,
we're
it's just
getting
your
a
run-of-the-mill
how did
sob
this
story.
all happen type
Mhm.
scene.
Pick up any history textbook and you'll probably find a dozen others just like it. It's the kind of story that's so common no one bothers to remember it, like it never even happened. Back in those days, Jirai was known as Jirai City. It was a city-state off the coast of northwest Zemuria that prospered through maritime trade with West Erebonia, North Ambria, and Remiferia.
That sounds like Crossbell.
It had a population of around 150,000 people, so it wasn't exactly a big place or anything. Because of that, the surrounding nations left it alone and let us live out our days in peace. We were pretty fortunate, all things considered. Until about 20 years ago. That was when the North Ambrian disaster struck, and much of the Principality of North Ambria was turned to salt. And as a result, trade on the northwest shore was reduced to virtually nothing. Day after day, Jirai's prosperity started to fade away. Still, it wasn't all bad. We had our fishing, our historic landmarks, our septium mines. We could make use of those to get trade going again, both to keep our state running and to help out North Ambria. In fact, the one who advocated that approach was the mayor, my grandfather.
Oh.
He was the last mayor Jirai City ever had. He was a stubborn old bastard, but he had this wry sense of humor, and was well loved by everyone. I lost my mom and dad early, so he was also my only living relative. He taught me just about everything a guy could know. He was like a mom, dad, and your old master rolled into one, I guess. Anyway, fast forward to 10 years ago. Out of nowhere, we received this proposal from the Erebonian government. They said they wanted to extend a railway line from Heimdall all the way to Jirai. We relied on the sea for trade before, but there wasn't any reason to believe we couldn't benefit from being connected to Heimdall by rail. The proposal drew overwhelming support from the city's council, and as a result, my grandfather was forced to accept. Within a year, the city had all of its old life back and then some. The streets were more bustling than ever. But keep in mind, this was a result of huge amounts of Imperial capital flowing into the city. Land and buildings we once treasured were bought up left and right. Everything became a target for investment. People only cared about making money. Something similar supposedly happened in Crossbell too, but unlike there, no opposition existed in Jirai. My grandfather sensed something was off, and he tried what he could to get the situation under control. Then one day, someone blew up the railway line leading to Jirai. Everyone demanded that it be repaired as quickly as possible. Everyone except the Imperial government. Instead, they panned our national security arrangements for being insufficient and threatened to withdraw all Imperial capital. The city was left in an uproar like we'd never seen. Shares plummeted, and with no one able to ascertain the culprit's identity, chaos reigned. That was when he showed up. Chancellor Gileath Osborne, in his third year as representative of the Imperial government, personally came to Jirai. We then received a second proposal.
The restoration of the railway and its future security will be seen to by the Imperial Army. In return for our continued assistance and safekeeping, Jirai will come under the wing of our glorious empire and attain even greater prosperity as a special economic zone.
The timing was too good to be true, really. Realizing this, my grandfather staunchly opposed the idea. He tried everything he could to convince the city's council to reject the offer. Unfortunately, once you taste the sweet fruit of prosperity, it's hard to want to go back. The council, made up of influential merchants and all their greed, jumped at the offer. And tempted by the elimination of customs, together with the tax breaks from being an SEZ, many of the citizens did too. And during all that, they'd conveniently found a suspect behind the railway incident, my grandfather. He loved Jirai more than anyone, and up till then, its people loved him too. And yet, virtually overnight, he found himself facing the wrath of both the city's council and the citizens alike. Left with no choice, he resigned from his position as mayor, and Jirai formally became part of the Empire. Both of these things happened on the same exact day.
God damn it!
That was 8 years ago. Naturally, everyone knew my grandfather wasn't the one who did it. They knew who was really responsible. They just turned a blind eye to the truth. See? I warned you. Just your run-of-the-mill sob story.
I don't know what to say, Crow. What happened to him after that? Your grandfather.
One day, he just up and died. Once he resigned, the whole affair with the railway getting blown up was all but forgotten. He lived comfortably in retirement for about half a year, fell ill, and that was that. He just lost the will to go on, I guess. Like I said, he was the only family I had. I mean, I had plenty of friends even then, but I chose to leave it all behind. I was 13 at the time. I wandered the land, doing whatever I had to get by. That was when I met old Cayenne, who happily indulged my hatred for the Chancellor. And with his financial backing, I went out with the goal to find others who were just like me. That was the beginning of the Imperial Liberation Front. Gideon, Scarlet, and Vulcan were among those I recruited. I'd also met Vita then. I only knew her as the woman who would often come to see Cayenne. She guided me to a place below the city of Ordis, and there slept the Azure Knight Ordine. One after another, I overcame the same trials you did with your friends, but alone. And once I'd proven myself worthy, Ordine accepted me as his awakener. That was 3 years ago. I was 16. My preparations complete, I concealed my background and enrolled in a military academy near the capital. Everything I did for the sole purpose of taking the Chancellor's head. Come on now, what's with the face? You look sadder about all this than I do.
Yeah, I guess.
I swear. I'm not trying to tell you the
This is
Chancellor
one
is
of
evil or
those
anything.
things.
What?
Still, there's no denying that he managed to outwit my grandfather. And he may have lost, but Pops always loved a good gamble. It's thanks to him that I'm pretty good at chess, card games, that kind of stuff. I'd say it's fairly normal for a student to want to avenge his master's defeat, wouldn't you?
And this is one of those things I love about Crow that I've been really wanting to talk about. That line there that he says, he is not saying that Osborn's evil. He's not saying whether what Osborn did is right or wrong. For him, this is purely about revenge. It's not...
Maybe.
It's not about right or wrong or any of that. He's not saying his actions
no denying this country
are
has problems.
right.
And the Chancellor's methods were making them worse. I studied those problems, worked out how to use the situation to my advantage, and then won the game with an all-or-nothing gamble. But when you think of how peaceful Jirai is now, I'd say I've got a duty to clear up the mess left behind by my game too, which means ending this war and restoring peace. So it's only when that's done that my game is truly over. I don't want whatever your decision is to be influenced by my past, okay? Like Rufus said, you need to think long and hard about what it is you're fighting for. For you, more than anyone else.
Yeah, but Crow...
Anyway, I think I've stuck around here for long enough. You're gonna be treated as a visitor. Well, sort of. It's about time for the higher-ups to head back to Heimdall, so go ahead and pass the time however you want.
However I want? What else can I even do here?
Off they go. So yeah, that's Crow's backstory. Oof. Yeah, it makes sense why he'd hate Osborn.
Yeah.
After everything, and I absolutely, again, it's everything, if you notice it, is so similar to what happened to Crossbell.
Mm-hmm.
Osborn was 100% trying to pull that same stunt with Crossbell, only it didn't work because...
There'll be no guards outside your room, so if you want to try and escape, be my guest.
Of Ouroboros'
really
because of Ouroboros and the Course's influence.
Just keep in mind that
they were
some
able
members
to
of Ouroboros
counteract.
and Zephyr are on board too.
Yeah.
Not to mention me, Scarlet, and Vulcan. So if you're up for a gamble of your own, get ready to take all of us on.
Sounds fun.
I like how Crow's just like, well...
Yeah, unlike Jirai, Crossbell actually had the
one more
opportunity and actual people who were opposing what Osborn was doing.
Real cute visitor in the guest of honor.
I think she'd perk right up if she saw you. So why not go pay her a visit? Just don't go making your girl jealous, okay?
Thanks, Crow.
Thank you, Crow. Very cool.
I wonder who he means. He said she's in the guest of honors room. Well, I can't waste much time here. I told everyone I'd definitely come back soon. Right now, I need to gather as much information as I can. I can make my choice after that. At least then, it'll be an informed one.
Alright. So yeah, that was a lot of information. So, we do somewhat have free reign of the ship here. We can go to various rooms and check out what's going on. And there are a few places of note we want to visit, of course, and I'm going to go through them, just going down the hallway. Starting with this room, I believe...
I can sense someone inside.
It's one person, I believe... No.
Come on in if you like.
It wasn't who I thought it was.
Sounds like... Excuse me.
I thought this was a different character's room. But no, I recognize that voice. Well. Hey, you.
Hello there, love. I'd heard you came on board yesterday, so I did wonder whether we would run into one another at some point.
Hello, Scarlet.
We beat you pretty badly.
Last time we spoke was a month and a half ago near Trista, I think.
Quite a memorable day for both of us, wasn't it? There's no need to stand over there. Come and have a seat. I'll pour us some tea.
You
Lovely.
really don't have to.
Kind of weird her being
I guess
friendly.
There's no harm in chatting for a bit.
Kind of weird her being this friendly, given, you know, every other time we've encountered her, we've been on the receiving end of her
These tea leaves
sword.
really are wonderful, aren't they? Only the best for the airship of Erebonia's most powerful noble, I suppose.
I have to admit, the fragrance is like no tea I've ever had before. You're right, though. It makes sense if it's something Duke Cayenne personally chose.
Oh? I was under the impression that your family is a part of the nobility, too. Your father is a baron, isn't he?
He might be a noble, but generally barons aren't all that wealthy. We live a relatively modest lifestyle.
Oh,
Fair enough.
really? I wouldn't have thought it before, but maybe my family was actually more well off than yours.
And Scarlet, I heard she lost her old hometown when he went and built a railway through it.
What kind of family did you come from then?
Oh, they weren't nobles, if that's what you're wondering. They were just relatively wealthy farmers.
Fair
We were
enough.
almost local celebrities in a way.
Oh, I see.
You're wondering how someone like me became a terrorist? It's written all over your face.
Well, I can't deny that I'm curious. I heard that you lost your hometown because Osborne built a railway through it.
Oh, did C tell you? No, I suppose it must have been V. He never was one to keep quiet about things.
So, I mean, what happened?
Some things are best left unsaid, I think. It's not as if knowing would somehow allow you to change things.
I suppose.
You're so adorable, Reen. Now I know why C took a liking to you.
Hi, Scarlet.
What do you say?
We have,
How about you come and fight with me and the other big girls and boys? It'll be fun, I promise.
God. I don't
Please
know.
stop teasing me. Anyway, thank you for the tea. It wasn't just made with high-quality leaves. It was brewed exceptionally, too.
You're very welcome.
Oh, actually, I may as well ask while I have the chance.
Yeah, that sword's pretty
Where
unique.
did you learn how to use that weapon of yours anyway? It's pretty unique.
Oh, that? I suppose it can't hurt to tell you. The holy city of Arteria.
Huh.
Yeah, that makes
The
sense. I
Arteria?
guess.
Where the high seat of the Septian Church is?
That's the one. It's called a Templar sword, and it's a traditional weapon in the church. A few years ago, I was studying to be a sister and was trained in how to use it there.
Huh.
Ah.
Surely you must be talking about some other church, right? You're telling me there are sisters in the Septian Church who use weapons like that?
There are more things in this world you don't know than you could possibly imagine. Well, it doesn't matter much now.
True.
I ended up returning
Remember,
to
the church
Erebon
knights
and
are
trained.
pretty secretive. Not everyone knows them.
Oh.
Not the general person
Yeah,
doesn't
fair
really know
enough.
about them.
Yeah.
That's all I'm telling you for now. I'll give you the full story if you decide
mean-
to join us. Sound
I mean, Kevin and
if you choose not to join?
Yeah, like the
Wazzy kept their true alliances pretty under lock and key
yeah.
for
Well, remember,
most of
yeah,
their arcs.
Yeah, remember the Gralsritter are secret. The Minion are even more secret.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much of what she was saying about being a sister was true.
And then in Calvard, we meet what is effectively the church's secret service.
She seemed to really hate the
Fucking
Chancellor.
church CIA shit. Special forces.
I
We
wonder
got
what
the
she
church
intends to
Black
do
Ops,
now
bro.
he's gone.
Yeah, that's effectively what they are. Oh, you can see them in the fucking distance.
I can sense someone inside. And judging by the fact that S is in the next room,
Probably means.
Huh? It's open. Come on in.
excuse me.
Yep,
Ivy,
man himself.
how's it going, Vulcan?
God,
Oh, it's you.
Eigen
Finished
him
talking
was
with C?
terrifying.
His name's Crow, not C. And he's never going to be anything else for me.
Oh, I know his real name. To us, he's always gonna be C. That's our leader. He might be young, but each and every one of us look up to him and respect him.
I love that. His
Anyway,
name is Crow,
take a seat.
not C.
Got a whole lot of questions, I bet.
Reno had no part of it.
Does you asking that mean you're willing to answer them?
Depends on the questions.
This man used to be a Jaeger.
Just out of curiosity, how many members does the Imperial Liberation Front have left? I know the explosion back in the mine was staged, obviously.
Sure was. Anyway, 10, give or take. We lost most of our members as soon as the war started kicking into gear.
Oh. Is that because the group's primary objective had been fulfilled?
Basically, yeah. We all came from different backgrounds, but the one thing we had
they
in
weren't
common
really
is
soldiers.
that we hated that
Yeah.
bastard's guts.
Their only concern was
So after
killing.
he kicked it, most of the guys didn't really have any reason for sticking around.
Their only goal was
Can't say
killing
I
the guy.
blame them for calling it quits.
Crow said that
I mean,
seeing this
we did it.
through to its
Yeah.
end was the last.
Good job, guys. All right, I'm back in my bags.
Yeah.
Are the members who haven't left sticking around for similar reasons?
Interesting question. Can't speak for the others, but me, I don't really care how this war goes. I mean, I'm a former Jaeger who can hold his own in a fight. I've always lived for war.
Yeah.
And teaching those dumbasses in the provincial armies how to pilot soldats is a job worth doing, even if it's a pain. If we disband, I'll find myself something else to do.
I see. I can't defend the assassination of the Chancellor or what you did near Trista. But I'd be happy if you chose to disband at least.
You're a funny kid. Being oddly nice to us after all the shit we caused, don't you think?
The cycle of hatred's gone on for long enough. The crimes you've committed will never vanish, but no one wants this war to go on longer than it has to. It's not as though you guys want war, do you?
I mean,
That's enough of the niceties.
Vulcan
You
probably.
got time to worry about us. Use it to worry about yourself. Whether you choose to
I
side
don't
with
think
the
Vulcan
Alliance or
wants
go
war. I
against
just think Vulcan doesn't care one way or the other.
You've got a tough road
Yeah.
ahead, whether you like it or not.
Same could
He'll
probably
just
be
do
said.
whatever's in
yeah.
front of him, you know?
Same could probably be said for Zeno and Leonidas.
Make sure to think long and hard before you decide.
It's not that
If
they
we end
want
up
the
as
war.
enemies,
It's just that whether there's a war or not,
On the
you know,
battlefield, I mean.
They're just kind of here to do whatever it is they need to do, I
yeah,
guess.
my assumption. Well, you can assume that Zeno and Leonidas are here for the money, as the likelihood is they're being paid to be here as they are Jaegers.
Yeah,
they were
Jaegers.
likely hired by Cayenne to.
Yeah.
They
The war
got
just
right
gets them a
entourage
job.
on the kid.
Yeah.
Still,
Vulcan isn't exactly in the same boat since his Jaeger Corps is no more, but still.
probably perfect for the job.
I mean, honestly, I can imagine Vulcan probably getting a place in Zephyr if he talked to Zeno and
He
Leonidas.
saw right through me.
Yeah.
He's not wrong, though.
If,
I should be
because
worrying
it's
about
obvious
myself
Zephyr
right now.
is still around to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is to what
Seemed
degree?
kind of different, though. Like he'd lost his spark.
That's fair.
His sole objective in life seemed to be to get revenge for his old Jaeger Corps killed by Osborne. Maybe
I mean,
he's
now
just
that's
not
done.
sure what to do with himself now that he's done just that.
What's the next step for him? All right, what you got for me? Your name is Albert. Okay. All right, we'll talk to him.
Hi, Blue Blanc. How's it going, buddy?
Good
The fuck are you drinking? Like, what the fuck is that? I'm guessing that's
What
supposed
kind
to-
of, like...
I think that's supposed to be an ice cube, but
What the? You're the Phantom Thief. You sure look comfortable. What are you doing here?
Why wouldn't I be? I'm as much a guest on this ship as you are. And who would deny themselves the pleasure of a ship so beautiful? The furnishings are immaculate. The food and wine are positively sumptuous. And I am of the firm belief that it's wasteful not to take advantage of the opportunities life presents you.
Fair.
Ah, and speaking of opportunities, don't just stand there. Take a seat and join me in having a drink. You've been blessed with the rare chance to sit and chat one-on-one with the most beloved thief of our time.
Mask to mask?
I can't believe that's how you describe yourself.
Me too, Reed. Me too.
That's crazy.
What the hell? I'll have a drink. Nothing alcoholic, though.
We still. I imagine Crow would take up the offer for alcohol, but Reen is more responsible.
Funny. I didn't realize you'd met Prince Oliver.
Ha! Indeed. There are few even among
Yeah,
royals
true.
whose palate is so refined as
We
his.
sometimes forget that Oliver and him are rivals.
Between our shared love
Yeah.
of beauty and fundamental difference of opinion on the nature of love, he forever remains an endless source of entertainment for me.
I suddenly feel very sorry for him.
I don't. He brings it on himself.
What
He
happened down
does.
in the Burrow sounds pretty amazing, though. I'd heard there were problems with orbital technology in southern Erebonia at the time, but I had no idea that was why.
That magnificent floating city was quite the sight to behold, let me tell you. Oh, how I wish I could have shown it to you. It would have changed your view of the world completely.
I was getting your ass kicked by Estelle and Joshua, by the way.
It really does sound amazing.
Girl got a big stick.
Wait, why am I sitting here having a friendly discussion with a wanted criminal? He has
I mean,
so
you've been
many
doing that
interesting
for a
visual
while now.
stories.
Yeah, I mean, you already talked with 2 terrorists.
You're hot potatoing between wanted criminals, really.
Ha ha! A thief of my caliber can steal much more than objects, Reed.
God, I cannot wait for the
There,
fucking Blue
I
Blanc.
was able to steal much of your time.
Can't wait for the Blue
and
Blanc
your
quest.
interest. Perhaps I
Okay.
stole your heart as well.
Rest
No.
assured that did not happen. Your stories were interesting, though, I'll admit. By the way, you wouldn't happen to know where Prince Olivert is now, would you? Last I checked, he wasn't actively fighting against the Alliance.
Ha ha! I imagined Duke Cayenne would welcome a man like the Prince with open arms into the Alliance, if he so wished to join. To my knowledge, he was always wary of the Chancellor himself. But I digress. I'm afraid not even I know where he is at the moment. However, I'm inclined to believe that wherever he's hiding, the Crimson Wings is there with him.
So the Courageous is missing too, then. Although the Duke's got some nerve if he expects Prince Olivert to side with him after he imprisoned the rest of the Imperial family.
But
Fair enough.
these kinds of things are simply what the great nobles of this country have always done. The War of the Lions, too, was brought about by numerous families of some standing backing potential successors to the throne. Emperor Dreichels, as a late arrival to the war, was a mere exception to the rule. I wonder, does Prince Olivert think himself as the second coming of Dreichels?
One of which is to bring the winds of change to Thor's military academy. A gust of fresh air, if you will.
Good.
I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you. We believed then, as we still do, that one day you all will be a great light that can push back the darkness of this country.
I don't think he does. From what I can tell, he intends to try and end this war in a slightly different way from Dreichels.
Oh? Do tell.
Putting his foot up right over there.
Sorry,
Put up
but I
the
should be
ass of,
going. Thanks
the
for all
Noble
the
Alliance?
interesting stories. They helped me work through things in my head a bit.
Why do you put the
I'm
mask
pleased
on?
to hear it.
What you what?
I'm waiting at the edge of my seat to hear which path you choose. Join us, and you'll be warmly welcomed. Naturally, I'm fascinated by you as the Ashen Knight's pilot, but I'm even more fascinated with that brute strength of yours. I would love the chance to see the power of an ogre up close.
I doubt it's half as interesting as what you're thinking. Anyway, if you'll excuse me.
Not gonna question the sudden putting on of the mask.
It's Blue Blanc.
So, Like a one credible cigarette drinking.
Whatever, man. All right.
All right, we got 4 more. I guess we'll start with this room. Oh, okay, this door just opened. I was thinking it was gonna be shut. No. Hi.
Having to travel to and from Crossbell like this is utterly exhausting. No, I mustn't complain. I'm doing
I
this for the
believe
sake of
at
my
this
lord.
point, I want to say Lloyd is breaking out of prison.
Didn't I see her in Legram?
I'd say at this point, most likely Lloyd has broken out or is breaking out of prison.
Who goes
Right.
there? Wait, you're the
We'll
Azure
know
Knight's
when the
pilot.
climax of Azure is happening. I'll say that much.
I remember you. now.
Oh, fair enough.
You're with Ouroboros. Duvali the Swift, right?
Have you no shame? Is it perhaps normal for you to barge into a lady's room unannounced?
Because remember, we
And
can
that
see the
ours
barrier.
are only as bad as each other, I swear. Learn your place.
We love you, Duvali. Remember, we can see the barrier around
Actually,
Crossbell
I just
from
walked
here.
through the door normally.
Right.
I should have probably knocked before I came in, though. Sorry about that.
God, I love Duvali. She's so silly. But why did she change into her armor suddenly?
She put on the armor.
She's like, oh,
So,
Ca-
now that we're understood,
can't have discussion
what
without
do
the
you
armor
want?
on.
Have you come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side after all?
Can
I
you
am
not
most
jump to
comfortable when I am
conclusions?
impervious to most physical forms of
Besides,
attack.
It's not like you're working with the Alliance
Bonks
because
her
you
on the
agree
head.
with what they're doing.
She would say that, just get bonked on the head, and then she'd do that.
Oh, naturally. Lady Clotilde seems to have a purpose of her own, but for my part, I have no obligation to help the Alliance whatsoever. I'm simply cooperating because I was told doing so was necessary to the plan.
Plan? I'm not sure what she's getting at. Just so we're clear, that lord you keep mentioning isn't Vita Clotilde, is it?
No. She may be an Anguis like her, but my lord is the 7th, not the 2nd. She is the leader of the Stallritter, the great light which guides us. Gallant yet beautiful, proud yet merciful.
Okay.
She's the strongest knight of all, and oh, she's simply divine.
Okay.
Well, you've made it clear how great you think she is.
She's so dumb.
So the head of the Stallritter is also a woman?
She certainly is. And if you must know, 100 swordsmen of your strength couldn't hope to equal her.
Yeah, you know, that's probably fair.
No, that's fair.
Even 10,000 of you wouldn't be able to so much as scratch
Okay, I think
her.
you're kind of going overboard there.
Okay, I get it. She's strong. Still, if she's a woman who could be described as the strongest knight of all, Laura already noticed the similarity between the Eisenritter and Stallritter, but she really does sound like Saint Sandlot.
I see I've got you thinking. Incidentally, I may have already mentioned her title, but one can never share my lord's glory too many times. She's known as the Steel Maiden.
The Steel Maiden, huh?
And with that, I believe that's enough idle chatter. If you didn't come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side, then we remain enemies. As such, we shouldn't be standing here being friendly with one another.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Sorry for bothering you. Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to ask. You're not an enforcer like Blue Blanc or Sharon, right? Is there any reason for that?
You just had to ask. Enforcers are selected by the Society's leader, the Grandmaster. And in order to be selected as one and given a number, that person needs to be burdened by some kind of darkness. But just so we're clear, there is no correlation between having a number and
She's
one's
too
strength
pure-hearted for that shit.
strong.
I didn't say you weren't.
Girl is
It
too
makes
much of a
perfect
good
sense.
egg.
You don't strike me
Pure
as
of
someone
heart,
who's
dumb
carrying
of
any kind of
ass.
darkness with you.
Exactly.
You're refreshingly sincere. Like someone who hates anything that strays from the path of righteousness.
I'll thank you not to spout such nauseating spewing drivel in my presence. Now get the hell out of my room!
I love how you can tell her saying certain things, like her trying to act all knightly, is her putting on an act.
That's an act.
She is somewhat a chuny.
I'm really curious about the Steel Maiden.
She's a chuny, a tsundere, and a dumbass.
Could she really have some connection
All
with the
three
Lance Maiden?
at the same time.
We love
Perhaps
her for
even
that.
with the woman who helped us during our August field study.
Well, we'll figure that out later. Who's in this room? Who's in room number... What was it? 3, 4, 3, 4? 4. Who's in room number 4?
We got a visitor?
Oh.
Come on in.
Oh! Sorry, I love this scene.
Excuse me.
This scene is very funny to me. You can tell who those voices were. This is terrifying. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Figured it was you.
They were roommates.
Have a seat. Bourbon.
Fucking
Yeah, I really shouldn't.
fucking offering the
You
kids
guys are being so
bourbon.
friendly, though. I mean, we're on opposing sides and all.
Why wouldn't we be? It's not like we're on a battlefield right now. We're Jaegers. Nothing unusual about us trying to cut some throats one day than sitting in a bar with the same guys the next.
Of course, if you would rather fight with us, that can be arranged.
I shall have to politely decline. For one thing, I don't think I'd stand the slightest chance of taking you two down.
Hey now, no need to be so pessimistic. Fee seems to think pretty highly of you. Have a little more faith in yourself.
At the very least, you'd be able to give us a real fight in your divine night. Not that I'd have any intention of losing even then.
I love these two.
The scary thing is, I'm pretty sure he's dead serious.
Yeah.
Well, they're used to taking out tanks. They probably have their ways.
Huh. Oh yeah? Ranking 72nd for the year in an academy full of big shot students ain't half bad.
You realize these two probably just kept asking about how Fee's doing.
Brings a tear to my eye to see our little Fee putting her heart into her education.
They are just, again, Fee's gay, overprotective uncles.
And don't forget, she was the youngest of her classmates, too. The boss was right when he said that she can do anything she puts her mind to.
You got that right. Maybe joining the gardening club will make her a bit more ladylike, too. Oh, who am I kidding?
She's still young. She has plenty of time to develop on that front if she so pleases.
I love them. The fact that they are just
You
like...
seem to adore her, like two proud parents talking about their child. And yet, if you don't mind me asking, why did you leave Fee behind? After your boss was killed in a battle with his sworn enemy, I mean.
Oh, Fee told you about that. It sounds like you're closer to her than I thought you were.
I trust this is simply me being...
This is why I love this.
Hey, yo,
You
chill out.
tried making any moves
No,
on
no,
her,
no.
have you?
Hey, whoa, hey, calm down.
I just want to know why you'd abandon her when she obviously means so much to the two of you.
I love that. They're just
She
like...
thought of you all like family. Why did you leave her all alone?
Well, we had our reasons. Let's leave it at that.
Huh.
I know you want to know, but you're not the one we should be telling that to.
Okay.
We'll be sure to tell Fee our reasons in due time. Until then, leave the issue be.
All right, I can accept that. Still, she's our classmate. In that sense, she's like family to me, to us, too.
I like to imagine Reed only caught himself there because if he says anything like that, then it's just like, fuck you mean.
Whoa. Wait, hang on.
Your protective uncles are gonna get him.
Not more so. I want to be perfectly clear on that.
Fighting words right there.
Still, we'll remember you said that. Returning to the matter at hand, you're sure you haven't tried...
Wait, whoa.
Come on, spit it out.
They really are like two overprotective fathers.
I love them. It's
I was
such
hoping
a
to get a bit
funny
more out of
scene.
them about what Zephyr is up to. All we did was talk about Fee the whole time.
It's just glorious.
Oh well. At least now I know that the guys in Zephyr really cared about her, so it wasn't a complete waste of time.
Goofy ass. Alright, I think this room went next.
I can sense someone inside.
Oh, okay. Well, I know which one this is. Go inside. I was wondering, because I know there's, 2 rooms left. I didn't know which one this would be. That answers that question. Yeah, like the reactionary form there is like, oh, this can only be one person.
Oh, it's you. Forgot you were staying here too.
Okay.
Yeah. What was that? It's gone now anyway. Maybe it was just my imagination.
So what's up? I couldn't give a damn whether you joined the Alliance or not, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't come here for any specific reason.
Interesting. You mixed by any chance?
Yeah, what the fuck do you mean by that?
Could I sit and
Yeah,
talk to you
what
for a
on
while?
earth?
What a pain in the ass.
Thanks, McBurn. You're so silly.
So, what do you want to ask?
Look how he's... Rome
When we
does
ran
not
into
give
each
a
other back near
shit.
Berea Hard, you asked a weird question. Something about being
Look at that man spread, bro.
Oh, that?
Jesus.
I didn't have the chance to figure out what that meant at the time. But what did you mean?
Don't know if I can even explain that one. It's just something you feel. What we've got mixed into us is obviously different in strength and nature. It's kind of hard to put into words.
Yeah, seems that way. I know you're not trying to confuse me on purpose, but I really can't wrap my head around what you're saying.
Just watch. There's no trick to it. I'm not using an ornament, it's not magic. And I'm not using an artifact either. I just will fire to appear, and it does.
So it's just a totally
You're gonna set off the
unnatural ability.
sprinklers.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Something that just gives you results without the processes you'd usually have to go through to obtain them. You've got one too, right?
Yep.
Well, true. That power of mine wasn't something I gained from training. I don't even know where the power itself is coming from.
It's the same kind of thing. People who can do things like that usually have something mixed into them. Something foreign, unnatural, mixed into their body itself. Different to the church's stigmas. Looks like a pretty small part of it in your case, though.
Oh.
There, huh? Anyway, I couldn't tell you how, where, or why whatever it is got mixed into you. Sure, you've got more questions, but sorry. I can't answer them.
No,
I don't
it's
think
okay.
Byrne knows everything.
You've answered enough already. I feel like I understand myself a little better now, actually.
Good for you, I guess. So,
Sorry about that.
we done now?
Big sneeze.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Sometimes you just gotta sneeze.
Oh yeah. So how much of you is unnatural?
Me? All of me.
Okay.
Cool. Alright.
His circumstances seem very
The
different.
fuck you mean by? The fuck you mean by that? You wanna run that one by me again?
I am
all I can
all
do
of
is
me.
remember what he said. Maybe there will come a time when it'll all make sense. I'm sure one day I'll find out what this power of mine is. What the story behind me being given this power as a kid is. One day.
Fuck you mean by all of me? Anyway. Well, one more room. Who's
Alright.
in?
Huh? I think I can sense someone inside. Given the circumstances, I
imagine it must be one of the people who fought us in Ymir.
Who's left? Nope.
Huh? It's open.
Oh, we're just gonna barge on in. Excuse me, I'm walking in. I do what I want. Nope, no one's in here.
Empty. Weird. I could have sworn I sent someone in here.
You jumped out the window. Sleepy.
Oh.
Eepy.
Eepy Altina. She's Eepy.
She's Eepy.
I wanna know what the fuck the giant things in her hair. The fuck? What are those?
Looking at her lying down like this, she really is just a child. Maybe 12 or 13? Somewhere close to Milliam's age. How did a kid like this end up fighting with the Alliance?
Who are you? Who's calling me?
Is she talking in her sleep?
Situation assessed. Location is a room inside the guest area of the Pentagrul. 9 hours have passed since initial loss of consciousness.
Guess she's sleeping comfortably enough here. Then again, she needs it at her age. She's got plenty of growing left. Wait. Good morning?
Reen Schwarzer, why are you here?
I was having
Unless my
calling her by her
memories have
name, even
been
though
tampered with,
I guess
believe this
no, we
room was
have learned her
solely
name.
allocated to me.
Yeah, we
Oh,
should
it
have.
was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have.
Sorry. If I knew
She's
you
the
were
little
sleeping, I
black
wouldn't have
clad
come
girl
in here.
still.
Yeah.
So you're an intruder then. Clown Soleus.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa,
No, it was just an innocent mistake. Whoa, can we at least talk about this?
No mercy for trespassers.
No mercy for trespassers is wild.
Actually got clobbered.
So you claim to have no inappropriate motives for sneaking into this room.
Not claim! I really didn't!
But once you walked in, you fell victim to temptation and chose to act in accordance to your desires.
I'm sorry?
What? Who taught you these phrases?
No, I didn't! How many times do I have to explain what happened?
Also,
with Real
you gotta love
Balloon?
how that is similar to something Milliam would say. Maybe her and Milliam are more similar than we think.
I was making a joke. Had you any intention of harming me, Clown Soleus would have attacked you. That he didn't proves your innocence.
Thanks, Singamy.
Oh, right. Then what was all that for?
God.
Oh, whatever. I suppose it's my own fault for coming in without permission.
She's so goofy.
Anyway, I've cleared my name. I'll see you some other time, probably.
If that's what you want to do, you didn't come to ask me anything then?
Well, no. Honestly, I didn't even know you were in here. I do have a lot I'd like to ask you, though. And just as much I'd like to say to you. Okay, if you're offering, what are your reasons for helping the Alliance? Why do you have a puppet just like Milliam's? Just who are you?
The answer to your first question is, I was ordered to do so. As all information regarding Clown Soleus is confidential, I am unable to answer your second
That doesn't
question.
help much.
And as for the last one, I am unable to fully comprehend the depth of your question.
Oh, forget it. You
The thing,
abducted
the
my
tail
sister,
waving is
Princess.
really
Whether you were ordered to or not doesn't change that.
distracting.
And it's not something I think I can forgive. See you around.
Like a cat.
Sorry, that was probably too harsh. I can't pretend to know anything about your circumstances, but I do know that you didn't abduct them of your own free will. Anyway, with that said, I'll be going. Maybe we'll have a chance to talk again sometime.
Damn.
The Black Workshop.
Huh? What?
The huh?
The who? The who's it?
That's the name of the place I belong to. It was they who loaned me to the Noble Alliance.
I mean belong to. That's a weird word
Unless
to
you
use.
choose to join the Alliance, That is the most I'm able to disclose to you.
The name doesn't ring any bells. And loaned? That makes it sound like... I suppose it's none of my business. Thanks for telling me. I'll be sure to remember that name.
I can't see doing so holding any real purpose for you. Incidentally, did you have any untoward motives behind what you just did?
Stop
No,
this.
I did not.
She's so silly.
Black Workshop? Loaned? Sounds like stuff worth remembering.
Altina being showed affection for the first time. The fuck is this shit? She's just like, the fuck is this shit? Well, that was all the rooms on the bottom floor. But we were told that on the second floor, in the Guests of Honor's room, there's someone very special.
This should be the Guest of Honor's room. Time to see who's inside.
Let's see who's in.
Yes? Who is it? Please come in.
That voice sounds familiar.
That sounds like... Excuse me. I had a feeling it was you, but I didn't dare to hope.
It's you! It's really, really you!
Your Highness.
I mean, how did you get here? This all feels like a dream. Please don't tell me it is. I don't think my heart could handle the disappointment.
It's really me. I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all of this. If I hadn't been so weak and careless, none of this would have happened.
You mustn't apologize. Simply being able to see you again is more than I could have hoped for.
You must have been really lonely. I'm here for you now, though. I might not be the most reliable person for the job, but I'm not going anywhere.
Goddamn, Reed. Just for once, have some
So that's what you've been doing all this
some
time?
faith in yourself.
Go on, buddy.
Yeah, I was happy all of us were able to get back together again. But then yesterday, I ended up being invited onto the ship by Duke Cayenne. That's why I'm here, talking to you.
I do recall thinking things were a little noisier than usual yesterday. Now I know why. Strange as it may sound, I suppose I owe the Duke my thanks. After all, if not for his invitation, we wouldn't have been able to find each other like this.
Sorry. I wish I could say I'd snuck on board to rescue you or something. Incidentally, I hesitate to ask, but...
You want to know where Elise is, right? She's not on this ship, I'm afraid. I can't say for sure, but I believe she's been taken to the same place as my parents.
Really?
I'm sure it isn't news to you that my mother, father, and Cedric have been imprisoned somewhere. And apparently, they've chosen Elise to be my family's attendant. So it's likely wherever they've been taken, she's right there with them.
Really? I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or what.
I can hardly blame you. I feel exactly the same way, even.
But why were you alone imprisoned on this airship? Surely there must be some reason.
That was Duke Cayenne's decision. I believe he's using me to suppress potential rebellion in areas occupied by the Alliance, by having me address the people and calm them down.
Forgive me for saying so, but that's a little messed up, using you like that.
I don't especially mind doing it, honestly. It's a simple enough task. People all across Erebonia are uneasy about this war. And as princess, I should do what's within my power to help calm their nerves.
Damn.
But at the expense of your own feelings? I know you want to help, but you can't be happy about being used as the Alliance's puppet to deceive them. Plus, you've been forcibly separated from your family, your best friend. You don't even know where they are.
Yes, but... Oh, why even bother? You see through everything, don't you, Rean? Anyway, putting my feelings aside, what do you plan to do now? I presume you don't intend to actually do whatever Duke Cayenne tells you to.
Well... I'm really not sure what to do. The longer this war goes on, the more people will suffer because of it. But even so, I don't feel as though siding with the Noble Alliance is the right course of action. And the same goes for the Imperial Army. I can't in good conscience side with them either.
I see.
There's so much to think about. You're being used as a puppet against your will? And then Elise is imprisoned somewhere too, being forced to do who knows what. I have to act somehow to change things.
That wasn't your fault, Rean.
Ever since I was taken in by my family all those years ago, I've tried to be a brother figure to her. I became the person I am today because of them. They've always loved me like they would a real son, and she's always treated me like a real older brother. You saw that power of mine, didn't you? And what I look like when I use it?
Well, yes, I did.
Back when I was a kid, something just like that happened. I ended up using it right there in front of her. She should have been terrified of me, but if she was, she never once let it show. She treated me exactly the same as before. And that was when I swore, deep within my heart, no matter what happened, no matter what I had to do, I would always protect her. And that's why I can't help but wonder. I can't help but wonder if now's the time to live up to that promise, if I should put her before everything else, even if I have to ignore or outright betray my own personal beliefs in the process.
Rean. As your honorary little sister, I order you to get a hold of yourself!
Thank you, Alpine.
What? Your Highness.
I know Elise far better than you think I do. In fact, I'd even go as far as to say I know her better than you. Rean, she's already told me so much about what happened 8 years ago. She told me about how that snowy day was what inspired you to take up the sword. She told me how traumatic that moment was for you. How what happened stays with you even now. And she even told me that, while she hated how she felt the tiniest bit happy because of it. Because it meant that your attention, your guilt, and your sense of responsibility were directed towards her and no one else. And she knew more than anyone how selfish that was. She may have had other reasons for choosing to go to Saint Estraya, but her main reason was that she didn't want you to keep feeling guilty because of her. More than anything else, she wanted to free you of your burdens. You should know, when you joined Thor's and were making new friends, and you finally seemed to be moving forward, she felt a little jealous, and even a little lonely at being left behind. But she was so very, very happy for you too. So please, Rean, please don't use Elise to justify not choosing your place in this war. Because I know for a fact, she wants you, of all people, to carve your own path and find true happiness.
God damn. This is just... This has been one of those moments in the Trails game.
All this time I thought I was trying to protect her, and it's been the other way around since the start. And that's not just true for her either. Mom, Dad, Master Ka-Fai, all my friends at Thor's, They've been supporting me this whole time. How could I have missed something so obvious? I think I finally understand what I've been lacking inside of me all this time. I was so focused on trying to protect others, I never stopped to think about how relationships go both ways. Others try to support me just like I try to support them, and I have as much of an effect on them as they do on me. How did I not realize before now? I'm sorry, Master. I think you gave me that intermediate scroll a bit too soon. But better to realize late than never, I suppose. Because now I finally feel like I'm ready. As long as I keep that fact in mind, I won't lose control again.
Rean has attained a new state of mind. He is now ready to use a new craft, spirit unification, when the time comes. Whew!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've got you to thank for that. Forget honorary. You sounded just like my real sister for a minute. So, thank you. I think it's time we get going. I wouldn't want to keep my classmates waiting any longer than I already have.
A pity, but you're right. I was rather hoping we could stay like this a little while longer. But I suppose all good things have to come to an end. Take care of yourself, Rean. I'll leave Elise's rescue to you. No matter what it takes, please... Why are you shaking your head?
I said it's time we get going, didn't I? There's no way I'm leaving my sister's best friend imprisoned in a place like this. I will get the two of us off this ship.
Time to break out.
So stay close to me.
Right!
Princess Alfine joined the party. Hell of a recruitment to get here.
So, do you have an escape plan?
Valimar, the Ashen Knight, is on the deck. He's chained up there, but if we can get to him, I'm sure we can find some way to use him to get away from here. First, though, we need to find a way to get out of this part of the ship without anyone noticing.
Alright then. I never imagined I'd be running away from here with you at my side. Elise is going to be so envious.
Thank you, Alfine.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get going.
Alright. We don't have access to spirit unification quite yet, as it did say he's ready to use it when the time comes. So we won't talk about that crafty yet. But
there are a lot of
we just unlocked a hell of an ability.
Try to keep your voice down.
Not to worry.
Alright, I believe the answer is back in the one room that was just open. This wasn't our room. I don't think it was, at least.
This looks like...
AoE fencing?
I thought so. It's a vent.
Let's go.
Well, that's convenient.
Like
Might
an
it
Among
lead to
Us?
somewhere else on the ship, you think?
Most likely. Still, I can't very well ask a princess to crawl through a vent.
Nonsense, Rean. Of course you can. I'm ready to begin our great escape.
Hi there, buddy.
But it's going
Bye
to be
there,
dark
buddy.
inside, and probably filthy too.
A little bit of darkness and dirt never hurt anyone. I had to travel through some fairly narrow underground passages when escaping from Heimdall, too. All right? How about I go first? I'm smaller than you, after all.
No, definitely not. Well, as long as you're all right with it.
God damn
I'll be
it.
going first.
Jesus.
All right, then.
You'd think a princess would be more mindful when she's wearing a dress.
I think she's aware. It's Alfine. I think she did it on purpose.
It's like Nero, you know? She's allowing you.
Speaking of which, Alfine has no crafts and no weapon.
Oh.
I'm not dirty at all in here.
Maybe it's because the ship's newly built?
Fair enough. Boop, 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 boop.
Right.
Here I go.
Oh, there's a corner.
We must be past the guest area then.
Don't know why that's so funny. Just there's a corner. So I'm very happy about that. All right.
Looks like we're in the clear for that part of the ship at least.
My, that was intense. It's like I've stepped right into the world of one of those spy novels that are so popular these days.
Thank you.
Anyway, here's hoping we can make it to the deck without getting caught.
What is it?
Soldiers are coming this way. Keep a safe distance and let me handle this.
Uh-oh.
It feels like the closest thing we have to someone ordinary around here is that kid. It's pretty nerve-wracking having to be around them all.
I just wish I could get to see Princess Alphen in person.
Oh.
What?
Like, oh.
Too late. Now's our chance.
All right. Well, you are. Bad news is,
It's my turn.
So, Alpine can only use arts.
Ah.
Oh shit, this ain't good.
Uh-oh.
She does have plenty of healing abilities, though she doesn't have, she does not have, damn, she doesn't have, whatchamacallit. But we have plenty of, I'm gonna scan you. I'm gonna hope Rean doesn't go down in this time.
Oh, that's pretty close.
Bit close for comfort, but it's fine. I'll give you a tier bomb.
Thanks.
There we go. It was a bit close for comfort, but
my turn. There.
The enemy will mostly target Rean, by the way. It's very rare that the enemy will target Elise.
Fair enough.
And they do have Terra as an ability. Yeah, okay, can you stop with the bat? I'm gonna have to give Rean some faint protection here.
It's my turn.
This Christ keeps getting fucking fainted. Can you stop it? Yeah, so her only option to attack is us.
Wraps things up in a neat little bow.
Oh, they're strong.
Are you all right, Your Highness?
Yes,
I kind of forgot the enemies of the
Thanks
court
to
can
you, of
look
course.
faint.
Let's be going. I'll be sure to stay very close to you.
Good. All right.
Alright, hang on. Let me adjust Rean's equipment just a tad. I'll drop the fighter badge. Well, hang on, we should get better stats. Yeah, this is the golden emblems are better. We want prevention to faint. Faint, there we go, red pendulum. Alright. Heal up a bit. By the way, if you need to, you can, as you saw there, modify your orbit or customize your weapon. Any of that good shit? Let's go. Get it out of here. Nothing there, nothing there. Oh, never mind. I thought I was heading the right way, but no, it's actually this way. Sorry. Talk to Provincial Army Soldier is wild. Anyway, there are also these assholes patrolling the halls.
Bring it on. Here I go.
Archaisms, oh boy.
Too slow. Here I go. There. Now's our chance.
Oh, Rean, my hero.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Huh. I have never been able to hear that one this early in the game.
Are they mechanical monsters?
They're called archaisms.
Celestial Bomb. Troubles. Hero Bomb. I like that though. Rean, my hero.
I don't suppose escaping through the windows was an option.
Probably not. I'll have to do this the long way.
Elise, how do you think we could even escape through the window?
The window? That's a pretty long drop.
Yeah. Oh, hi, buddy.
Enemy sighted. Here I
Ooh,
go.
that's a lot of enemies.
Second. Gale. Now. Your Highness.
Understood.
Oh, shit.
Lovely.
Bro really did go after Elise that time. Here, we're gonna kill that burn before anything else. Here, take a glistening suit.
This is scrumptious.
Ow.
Here I go. There. Now's our chance.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Okay. Well, at least I can show off how good Seraphing is at healing.
Thanks.
It's my turn.
Reinstate the link and analyze this asshole.
Let's move.
Smack him with the sword. Okay. Thanks, Reen. Okay.
It's my turn.
We're gonna use another Seraphing. It's fine.
Thanks.
Reen, please stop getting hit. For the love of God, you don't have terrible avoidance.
Here I go. Now's our chance.
You have really good avoidance.
Let's move.
You're just getting hit by everything today. There we go.
That wraps things up in a neat little bow.
Alright, Elise definitely needs an EP charge real quick. This part can be kind of rough. Given that one of your fighters is has to exclusively use arts, and Reen is your only other option for attacks.
There they are! Recover the princess!
Uh-oh.
2 soldiers, 1 military monster. Stay back, please.
Right.
Bring it on. My turn.
Here, I'm gonna do this time. Up my strength a bit. And then... Passion. Okay. There we go.
My turn.
Now my setup's rolling.
Second turn. Gale.
Luckily, just have it at least on support and you'll be fine.
It's my turn.
Thanks. My turn.
Gale. Rush. Yeah, no point in saving up for burst here. For obvious reasons.
Gladly.
No need to really do any build up. Just he's gonna try and heal himself. We're gonna smack him around.
I won't give up.
Give yourself an impassion.
Gladly.
And then you give him a Terra.
Thanks. My turn.
You smack him. Yes.
My turn.
Smack him again. Another Terra.
Thanks.
Thank you.
My turn.
And down you go. Okay, that'll be it.
Gladly.
I guess we're gonna hit him with the heat wave. And he's dying here.
We'll cut our own path.
Hell yeah, 2 level ups. As if
Did it.
that matters much right now.
I did it.
Yes, you did, Alpine.
I'm shocked how skilled you are with arts.
You are?
Can I actually? No, I can't. Oh, I could give her something. Here, give her. Yeah, there's nothing really worth giving her. Never mind. We get Terror Bomb from that. Then we get nothing and. Ooh, no raid. No battles we can really run from, so. No battles we can run from right now, so not really important.
Enemy sighted. Let's move.
It's my turn.
I believe we haven't scanned that one. I do want to try and scan these assholes.
Gladly.
My turn.
Do that, and then Reen, you take some juice.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. Anyway, there we go. Now we should avoid attacks more often. Or not. Why did I even think I would? What, do I think this is Do I think I have like over 50% evasion with it? Hang on. I have 75% evasion with that setup. Why I got hit both times there, I don't know. What was the other thing I wanted to check? No, nothing. Oh, yeah. By the way, Alpine, because she has no weapon, she has no field attack.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to make sure I showed off was, you know, no field attacks for.
Bring it on! My turn. Second floor. Now's our chance.
God damn it. Oh, okay. Bro's calling in the squad. Bro's like, hey, get in here. We're kicking out. We're kicking his ass. Everything shining.
My turn.
And then Gale.
Second floor. Now's our chance.
Can you stop missing? Oh my god, stop it! No more dogs.
What the dog doing?
I'm calling more dogs. Stop calling more dogs. There's like, we gotta get more. Got that dog in him. Got too many dogs in him, in fact. I don't know what happened. That was hilarious, though.
That was splendid.
There we go. Easy peasy. Reen, take some help.
Oh, look!
Right.
A staircase!
Hopefully this will lead to the deck.
I mean, that's like, please let me heal. Alright. Let's get out of here.
How did you get ahead of us?
Oh, this ain't good.
Uh-oh.
I'll freely admit I wasn't actually expecting you to join the Alliance. But not even in my wildest dreams did I imagine you'd try to flee the ship with our dearest princess.
You're a bold one, I'll give you that.
I wasn't expecting to run into either of you on the way out either. You guys aren't called the Phantom Thief and Duvalie the Swift for nothing.
Okay.
Trying to praise us won't get us to let you pass.
Ha ha! Princess Alfin is one of this nation's most precious treasures. You surely couldn't have thought that I, the Phantom Thief, would allow you
Buddy,
to
stop trying to
from
steal
us, could
people.
you?
That's called kidnapping.
That's called kidnapping.
By anyone. If anything, I was the one who whispered sweet nothings into his ear.
Okay, I'll fine.
Oh boy.
Oh my! What a passionate young lady you are. Forgive me for being so
Thanks,
presumptuous.
Alphine.
You've no doubt taken after your brother in more ways than one.
That's a good thing.
I'd like to believe that I'm not quite the oddball he is.
I'm not even. I don't even need.
I couldn't agree more with his belief that love is the truest form of beauty, however.
Oh Jesus.
Really now?
Okay.
They're actually hitting it off.
I think that's enough messing around for one day. You're an enforcer, Blue Blanc. Take your work seriously and behave!
Ha ha! I think the number of enforcers who take things seriously are in the minority, I'm afraid.
You know, given the enforcers we know, that's pretty damn true.
Yeah.
Still, you're right about us having played around for long enough.
Like, out of the ones we know, I think Walter and Lucy that are alive, I think Walter and Luciola are the only ones who take things seriously. And honestly, does Walter actually take things seriously? Or does he just want to fight?
Find the many mysteries
I
surrounding
think he just
you
wants to fight,
fascinating.
really.
So
But
that
there's
really
a
just leaves
certain appeal to
Luciola.
them remaining forever unsolved, too.
You may think yourself a swordsman, but allow me to show you how little you truly know.
Are you
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. The gap in skill between us is small enough that I should be able to force our way through.
Oh?
Small? The difference in our strength is like night and day, you boor! And if you're foolish enough to be unable to see that, then allow me to make you realize
one being foolish and arrogant is you.
Yes!
I.
Green?
The song playing right now
This to you, Your Highness.
is called Blue Destination,
Everyone who's done
and is
anything
is flat out one of my favorite tracks and trails.
What's happening?
Could this be your ogre power?
Eight leagues, one blade school, intermediate level.
Yeah, remember the last game when Reen said he was only a beginner?
Be your opponent.
I will enjoy this.
This is his ogre power?
When in this state, all your stats are upped and all of your crafts change. Arcane Gale!
My minions.
You're also immune to all status effects in this state.
Ah.
I believe all status effects. Same with another Arcane Gale. We just nuked his fucking toys out of existence. Ooh.
My turn.
What about Fatal Autumn Leaf?
Let's move.
Yeah. Fatal Flame Impact. And that's all there is to that fight. Nothing much.
How can this be happening? What is he?
Ha ha ha! Splendid! Simply splendid!
You only need to reduce 50% of either of their healths to win.
Ah, I see.
So you finally conquered your power and made it your own, did you? You continue to fascinate me, Reed.
Green,
Forgive me, Your Highness.
what for?
I love this shit too.
Oh.
Like, holy shit!
Goodness!
Wait just a damn minute!
Whoa, what's going on here?
I don't know, but I don't think it's worth us chasing after them.
This girl is like, I don't feel like dealing with that shit. I love this. I love what Reen does here. This is kind of funny.
We'll make our way directly to the deck. Are you all right, Your Highness?
Yes, perfectly. My heart just feels as if it's about to burst.
That doesn't sound very fine.
Come on, is now really the time to be flirting with each other?
Uh-oh. That one might be a problem.
You're here
Uh-oh.
too.
You got some real guts, kiddo.
But you ain't getting past us.
Zephyr's guard shall not be easily broken.
Okay! Well, wait, we got past him.
Oh.
Looks like he's picked up a few tricks from our feed.
The targets have broken our line of defense. Commencing pursuit.
I'm sorry about that, Your Highness.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Girl's like, what the hell?
Can I hold on to you a little tighter?
Of course.
Wow, how are we getting past this one?
Targets in sight. Commencing capture. My suspicions outlining you as an indecent person seem to have been confirmed.
Can you not make me out to be some kind of pervert all the time, please?
God, I love Altina. She's so
So
goofy.
true, Sammy.
Bye. Jesus!
Oh!
That's a child, Reen!
Target lost. I may have underestimated you, Reen Schwarzer, in more ways than one.
Bro just yeeted the child.
I'm so sorry, Your Highness. I didn't really have any choice but to do that. I realize that's no excuse.
I know you didn't, but she seemed even younger than me. Could you, Reen? That
Okay.
Try not to pay any attention to what she says about me.
It's like what you say about Reed. We shouldn't consider this. We should not consider what you say about Reed as true. We should not consider what Altina says about Reed as true. In fact, there's pretty much most people get the wrong idea. Pretty sure Altina just says what she wants because, you know, where did Altina learn these terms?
Oh, good lord.
You know what? I blame Crow.
Yeah.
That's the Ashen Knight? Isn't that?
Oh, this might not be. This isn't a good thing.
Oh, that's a fight.
Huh. So that's how it manifests for you. You finally mastered that power you got, huh? Still, you're one busy guy, you know that? One minute you're down in the dumps, the next, you've got one of the cutest girls in the country cheering you up.
Well, I can't deny it. But she wasn't the only one. It was my sister, our classmates, even you, in a sense.
Come on.
Can't say I'm not curious to see what that power of yours can do. But I think you get priority here, right?
Yeah, let me have this one.
Oh, at least we don't have to fight both of them. Still, put that thing away.
Your Highness, if you don't mind.
Put that thing back where it came from.
We're so helping.
This is your first time fighting me without the mask on, I think. With our Divine Knights, I come out on top.
Song.
But let's see who wins when it's just the two of us.
Sounds good to me. You managed to win against 3 of us at once in the catacombs below Heimdall. It's just you and me now. And this time, I'll be the victor.
Go ahead and try. Ready, Reen?
My turn.
Alright, we're giving 200 craft points for this fight. Damn, we already burnt him. We only gotta reduce his HP to 50%, by the way.
Let's move.
I think what I'll do here is normally smack him. And then unleash Azure Flame Slash. This should bring him down.
Not bad. Sick.
Nope.
My turn.
You know what? While we have time, we get the fucking time. We're good right now.
Battle scope.
Leader of the Imperial Liberation Front wields a double saber from the Dark Ages with great skill.
Here we go. My turn.
That was not good. Yum.
Here we go.
Yummy yum healing.
Let's move.
Nope.
Let's move.
My turn. Jesus!
My turn.
I thought you only had to reduce him to 50% HP.
Oh, I guess we win. All right.
No, you know what I think it is? I think it's 50% HP if you use the Will. If he's at 50% HP when you use your S-Craft, you'll beat him. Is what I think I'm thinking of.
I see.
Keep your HP up because, kind of nasty if he gets off a big attack. I think I'll use, here's what I'll do. I'll use a, can I find what I'm looking for? Because I don't want him to take that critical, so here's what I'll do. I'll do this. And then I'll use that, I'll take that critical. And this will kill him. This will actually kill him this time. I like the damn.
That's what I really do.
We got a Blade 2 deck. Great item to get from beating the shit. Holy shit, we knocked his weapon away, dude.
Huh. You actually did it. I sure wasn't expecting you to beat me one-on-one.
You fought pretty well yourself. It couldn't have been easy to last as long as you did against me like this.
Uh-oh.
Rean!
Why did this have to happen now?
Guess your luck ran out.
We finally caught up to you.
Uh-oh. This situation just got worse.
You, Mr. Popular.
But I think you may have been slightly too reckless this time.
That wasn't a bad fight. Even if you lost, at least you tried, I guess.
Your Highness, please move away from me.
Hey, don't be too rough with... Look sharp.
Well.
Oh, well.
Crimson Wings?
Where have you been this whole time?
Love them diving off the fucking ship.
What are you all?
Sorry for the wait, Rean.
Yo, we're here to save the day.
You caught us all
Thank you,
off guard
Tobal.
back in Ymir.
So this time we opted to take the initiative ourselves.
We meet again, Severing Chains. And I see you brought the Purple Lightning with you.
She brought more than that. Check out the Icy Maiden and that big shot arts user from the Bracer Guild.
We couldn't ask for a more impressive. Ah, well.
Here it comes again.
Oh, we got the double? Oh, shoot! Oh, wait, crap!
Your lordship.
Uncle Victor!
Real big.
Hello there,
hours
Viscount.
now.
It's good to see you again, and it relieves me to see you're none the worse for wear, Your Highness.
Real big boy hours now.
Radiant Blade Master is here too?
Huh. Wow. You're strong. Very strong.
That's quite the nod coming from the blazing demon himself. I can see now why you're considered one of the fiercest in Ouroboros, and why some even claim you to be the Steel Maiden's equal.
No, I ain't good.
Well, I know who I'm gonna be fighting.
Don't you go forgetting about us now.
That voice.
Huh?
You're all here too?
Are you okay, Rean?
Looks like we've landed in the middle of something pretty crazy.
And not a moment too soon.
You came!
Glad to see you're all right.
Alvet Honor.
You certainly seem to have kept yourself busy. Enjoying your scandalous elopement with Rean, are you?
Thank you, Oliver.
He gave me the time of my life.
Okay, let's...
You guys were having that much fun, huh?
And with our princess, Rean?
To think we were so worried about you.
You're not supposed to take it literally.
Don't take anything she says.
So this is what you threw me out of Valimar for? Doesn't look very fun.
Thank you, Sabine.
Crow, you're here.
It feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
You're looking spiffy, Crow.
I'm hanging in there. Sure wasn't expecting all of you to show up, though. How are we even gonna settle this?
That is the question, isn't it? I'd roughly estimate both sides to be of equal strength.
Yeah? So we'd probably just end up at a stalemate, huh?
Oh, doesn't sound like much fun at all. Let's say we just forego the fighting and have ourselves a party instead.
Thanks, Oliver.
Thank you,
Jesus
Oliver.
Christ.
I could never turn down a party.
That sounds simply wonderful.
Does anyone here have a single brain cell amongst them?
I'll bring the booze.
No.
No.
No! Can't one of you take this a little more seriously?
You know, for once I'm on Duvaly's
For once,
side.
it is Duvaly.
This
It's like, for once I'm on Duvalie's side. This is absolute mad. I love I'll bring the booze. Man does not give a fuck.
Krianos, Vita.
Xenos is great.
Welcome aboard the Pantagruel, Emma. Your overall ability as a witch might still be lacking. That transportation spell was exceptional. I must apologize for the untimely intrusion. As displeased as a few of you might be by the idea, I think it best if we let one another peacefully go our separate ways this time. I'll be the one who bears the brunt of Duke Cayenne's anger. Vita.
Can't say I understand why we should.
It's not our place to question the orders of our clients.
Whatever. Gives me something to look forward to later.
So from the way that sounded, it seems like Vita is their client.
Beep beep.
Every time.
Can we put like a car engine start noise whenever they get in their divine knights?
Okay. See you, Fee.
Gotta get that on my soundboard now.
Next time we meet.
Yep, I know.
Aww, I was kind of hoping we'd be able to talk some more.
So true,
I
I got
expect we will have multiple opportunities to do so in the near future.
Thanks, Sammy.
Real Clam Soleils.
Well,
Nah, you gotta
catch
call it
later,
Sammy.
Phantom Thief.
Or not. You do know that no one likes your stupid pranks.
Tut, there's no need to be so harsh. It's a shame we couldn't resume our debate on the nature of beauty this time, my most worthy rival.
I could wax eloquent about beauty till I'm old and gray, but honestly, I think it's about time we settled things between us.
Next time we meet, Radiant Blade Master and his daughter, it will be to battle.
Well, I certainly have no objection to that.
You seem to bear some manner of ill will against my household. I don't know your reasons, but should we be granted the opportunity, I would gladly settle things with you.
Duvalie, I'm gonna be honest. I think the Viscount here is a little outside your pay grade.
Yes, well, let's not be too hasty. I can wait.
He may be on level with your beloved
Guess that
master.
wraps things up for now.
Just a little, anyway.
You've definitely grown, but you've still got plenty of room for improvement, especially when it comes to piloting Valimar. So unless you're up for another beatdown, I suggest you get to work on fixing that.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and just to confirm, you were the one who told Toval where I was, right?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you. Then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were. Oh, now that you mention it, he does have the same voice as that mystery caller. I did think he sounded familiar. That must have been because I'd heard it during your concert at the festival.
Damn, looks like the jig is up.
You really did that?
Oh, Crow, there's no shame in admitting that you care, you know.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 Leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
I can't pretend to know much about this kind of thing.
He's right. Eastern blades like Maitachi are the heart and soul of the 8 Leaves 1 blade style swordsmanship.
Fair enough.
All right, I'll take your advice.
Yeah, you
When
can't
I've
really
got
go
myself
around
one, I'll finally take everything
stealing all the Panzer's swords because they're
Academy,
Western long swords rather than
and
you know.
even you, Crow.
gonna be weighted a little bit differently than, you know.
That's how you want it.
Yeah.
Folded steel.
I'd like to see you try.
It's one way to get onto a ship.
Yeah, but it's the sickest way. Superhero landing.
Why couldn't you just teleport them as well, Emma?
Courageous, full speed ahead.
I don't know. Maybe it requires an upcast or
Those
whatever.
voices sound pretty familiar. You recognize those voices? Seems like someone else may be aboard the Courageous. But we'll figure that out next time. Next time on Trails of Cold Steel 2, the real fight begins. It's time to take back Erebonia. Oh, I cannot wait. God, I love that part. Just love the escape sequence. Hashtag. Hashtag escape. Escape. You know, it's funny. It's about just like escape. All right, who we raiding is the question. So tomorrow will be Final Fantasy 14 since we couldn't do it tonight. We'll raid Ryuk, who's playing the horse game. Yeah, so tomorrow will be Final Fantasy 14. Sorry about not being tonight, but you know, maintenance. Oops. Friday will be LA Noir, and Saturday will be Fire Emblem, and we'll probably be over on Beast channel with D&D on Saturday as well. So that's it for tonight, and thank you all so much for watching, and see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.
Later, gamers.